So I remember last week I was hearing about Shannon Elizabeth. That's right. You probably remember her mostly from her role in American Pie, where she played Nadia. Yeah, that movie came out a long time ago, very early 2000s, I believe. And the movie kind of launched Shannon Elizabeth to sex symbol status. By the way, she's now 52, and she doesn't look bad for 52. However, I mean, I'm not really that interested in how she looks at 52, but I will say she looks good. She doesn't look as good as she looked when she was in her 20s, though, for American Pie. However, that is not stopping simp culture. In fact, within 1 week of going to OnlyFans, and not even getting nude, by the way. I want to point that out. She did not even get nude. She shows tasteful pictures where she's just basically posing sexy, but she's wearing clothing. So you're not even getting to really see anything. Doesn't matter, though. Bunch of losers went over there and signed up, and she made $1 million at 52 years old within 1 week. I mean, that's kind of pathetic, in my opinion. And it's not just her. There's these loser dudes dropping all kinds of money on OnlyFans women. And it's not just there. It's also over on Twitch. It's also over on pretty much any platform. You saw this one chick, Cena, talking about how hard it is for a woman to exist compared to a man. I don't know what the hell these women are thinking. Because if she was a man, her average ass wouldn't even be noticed by anybody. Because I've seen some clips of her. She's not very smart. In fact, like most of these e-girls, she sounds like an idiot. And the only reason anybody pays any attention to her is because she'll flash a little cheek once in a while. Nobody's paying attention to you for any of your opinions. It's just a bunch of people that are being taken advantage of, in my opinion, to extract money out of them. And a lot of them are also view-botting, too, on top of it. That's why that extra Emily chick got taken down. But let's go back to Shannon Elizabeth. Another high-profile example, by the way, of simp culture. Or fan monetization, we can say that. Because that's what OnlyFans is. It's leveraging nostalgia from her sex symbol days in the late 90s, early 2000s. And now she's combining that with direct fan interaction, right? So you can go over there, and part of the promise is that she'll DM with you. Now, I don't know how much that costs. And I don't even know how much she'll actually even respond to anything that you have to say. But it's kind of wild to see all these older women from Hollywood join OnlyFans, and every time this happens, they make boatloads of money. Even old, like at 52. No, like I said, at 52, she still looks pretty good. Her pre-OnlyFans net worth, by the way, was around $5 million, and that's just from acting, modeling, poker. So this is kind of a very significant short-term boost for her. A very, very significant boost. $1 million. She got that in 1 week compared to compiling $5 million over a lifetime. Also, topping there, like a little extra, she's recently divorced. So because she's now divorced, she now wants to reclaim control of her image and career. Here are some more details. By the way, I saw this today from Page 6. So Shannon Elizabeth rakes in whopping payday. First week on OnlyFans. Now, people were roasting this last week or so when this broke. They're roasting it, saying, oh, yeah, she ain't going to make any money. This is sad. And I'm thinking the entire time, no, this woman is going to rake in big bucks because there are a lot of dudes out there that just drop significant amounts of money on OnlyFans and shit like this. It's huge, the industrial complex that is formed around simping It's a massive problem. I don't know what's wrong with these men. I don't know why they're like feeling compelled and so desperate for female interaction that they're going over to these OnlyFans sites and these girls on Twitch, which is so weird. So weird, the shit that you see on Twitch, which is basically a fetish site now. And we'll take a look at that in a second. But all you get is basically direct messages. That's it. And some pictures maybe like this. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not signing up for this shit to tell you if they're better than this. Like, all you're getting are these. I don't even know if I would say this is PG-13 right here. I would say that this is maybe PG, just her in a pose on a chair. Now, I went to Grok and I asked it, is there actually any nudity on her OnlyFans? And apparently, no, there is not. There is no nudity. You just get to see more of a sexy side and her taking control of her image. I love that wordplay that they do now with OnlyFans. Isn't it funny? Like, they're like, it's a little like Pokimane, who's like, I hate being objectified. And then you see videos of her like sitting in a chair, acting like she's riding a dude. But, she doesn't want to be, objectified, even though she acts like she's riding somebody in a chair and does a lot of sexual shit all the time, but she doesn't want to be objectified. But it's like they try to reframe being a whore into some kind of an empowerment thing. That's been going on for a long time. For the past 10 years or so, this push that actually like sex work is brave and challenging when really it's just hoe work. And that's what I'll always see this as. It's hoe work, basically. But there's a bigger problem here than just the way it's being spun by the media. The bigger problem is what's going on with men, the simp culture thing. And it's actually a really, really big problem. Really big problem. Because a lot of the money that comes from these people, it really isn't even about sex. What it is an emotional connection that a lot of these men are lacking and looking for. They're looking for companionship and an illusion of intimacy. It's not explicitly for nudity. And that's what I think a lot of people don't get, is it's these men that are longing for some kind of a girlfriend experience in a way. It's kind of sad. A lot of very lonely men out there that need emotional support, and these vampires come in and just take it. It's really almost kind of a direct-to-consumer way to talk to a stripper at a strip club, because I don't know if you even know this. A lot of people don't. A lot of those women that work at the boob bars, their best customers are dudes that come in just to talk to them because they're lonely. And, you got a parasocial side to this. And there's, of course, fantasy, right? But a lot of this is to talk to someone. And now these people get to talk to a Hollywood celebrity. And she's going to go in there and get some of that loneliness. Not just from single men, lonely married men, too, that don't have any intimacy in their relationships. And it's crazy to me how downplayed that is. It's very downplayed by the media. It's like you're supposed to just tough it up and not even talk about it. Screw you. All that stuff. It's the men are treated like they don't matter. They're treated like they don't matter. And, you have a declining real world thing when it comes to social connections. And I say this all the time. We've never been so connected as a people, but yet we've never been so lonely. People are so lonely. And if you look around in things, you'll see that there's plenty of women's groups out there and places where women can go and meet each other, but not for men. Not a lot of men's stuff out there. And if there is, it's open to everybody. It's kind of sad. And all society has done, it seems like, over the past decade is just set men up for failure, demonizing them at every turn, making it hard for them to even approach women, devaluing bonds and friendships between men, trying to make every time characters in entertainment, for example, our friends, trying to make it into some kind of a gay thing. It's a big problem, and it's this kind of shit that just helps make it worse. So anyway, let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Also, big announcement. If you watch my Saturday live streams, Flashcast, we do it every Saturday, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a late show, runs well into the night. And it's a fun show. It's a good time. We have a lot of fun on Saturday nights. But because of this AI moderation and the flagging stuff that Jeremy Hambley, the quartering, has started, I'm not so sure how safe the show is on YouTube anymore. In fact, on Saturday, the stream went down. Now, everything worked out and we got it fixed and I didn't get any strikes or anything. It did kind of make me a little bit scared. And I want to make sure that the show can go on. And we streamed over on Rumble Saturday. So if you didn't know that, that's where we were. And most of you followed us over there, actually. We had a huge turnout. So from now on, we're going to start the show on YouTube. And then after a while, we're just going to make it a Rumble thing. So we'll do some of the show on YouTube, and then we're going to go over to Rumble and go wild. Because we don't have to filter ourselves over there. We can say whatever we want and talk about whatever we want. So I kind of think that it's the way to go. So it'll still be on YouTube, and I'll probably upload a censored version of the stream for members. But as far as the live show is, some of it, we're going to have to make changes for the fact that if we want to keep doing this, we got to figure something out because YouTube just seems pretty hostile with live streams, and the show must go on. So go to Rumble. There's a link in the description. Go follow me over there. It's real easy. It's gonna make the show a lot more fun. I'm telling you. So go to Rumble and get set up. Everything will be over there too. Nothing big is changing yet over here. But I want to start making more use of Rumble. And it's going to start with Flashcast. There's at least going to be a part 2 to Saturday streams now, and they are going to be wild. It's going to be worth going over to Rumble for it. I'm telling you that right now. So let me know in the comments. Also, if you're over on Rumble, make sure to like and comment over there. It's actually very, very important over there to like and comment. And it actually helps boost up the stuff on their front page. It does over on YouTube, but they still kind of control it. Definitely like and comment over here. Like and comment on both. So check that out. Subscribe here. Subscribe over on Rumble. Hit that notification bell, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace. Also, check out Rumble Wallet.